we're gonna get Groot up. Groot has literally been one of the most OG members we've had. You know, he's been with us since day one. He has been around since the original V1, V2 bots. He's been around from the start of the AI bot through all of the changes we've made with that. He's definitely one of the most contributing members to this entire community that we've had through the long haul. And you know, he's a character. He's an absolute beast of a trader too. Like, I personally have never seen someone take so many plays, and his style is very unique. Like, I haven't seen other traders who trade like him. And it's impressive, you know, like, he's been here through the ups and downs. And so we're going to get him up. He can come up now. He can share his screen. He's going to run over how he uses the bots, how he's used the AI bot, his experience with Woodsbot and all of that. And any questions you guys have, just shoot them in the chat for me, for him, the bots, psychology, anything as he's going, and we can answer all that. So yeah, and him and Axe have had a love-hate relationship for a long time. They're gonna meet up at one of the crypto fight nights. No, but let's get Groot up here. You can hop on Groot and share your screen. Hop on chat. I'm gonna stop sharing mine. Tenpenny 10.
Can you hear me?
No. The bot's been instrumental too for my trading. Saves me time. It gives me the ability to find coins to play very easily, find tons of confluences. Like, this is a game changer for sure.
Is the mic on?
I can't hear you, Groot, for some reason. Can you guys hear him? Is that just me?
Is there any way to hear me?
I hear you.
Who hears me?
Mellow fellow.
Hello. Testing. No. Oh, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna pull over. I'm on the road right. I'm driving. Yeah, I'm about to pull over. Let me find a spot so I can actually do this. I'm also like driving, trading. I just shorted fucking Farcoin up right. Well, P&L's up right now from where we shorted. Actually long on a couple things as well, and I got some other limits. I placed one on Bitcoin earlier. I really like. But yeah, for those that don't know me, I am Groot. Let me see. I've been in Woodsbot. Shit, I don't even know how long. I've been learning under Woods for over 2 years now, I believe. I got kind of a different type of style. It's like a mix of like an HBJ, Woods, Hockey, kind of weird, but I found a way to make it work. When I first got to Woodsbot, I wanted to, try to use the tools and see what I could do, because I've been trading since 2018. So I didn't believe in groups. I didn't believe in all this, like, the new tech and all this new shit, but I actually found a way to make some serious money without even using the ultimate bot. I think when I first got in, we'd be lucky to get maybe 2 ultimate bot trades a week, and most of the time it wouldn't even trigger. Dill, you there too? Dill, am I up here alone?
Oh shit, I was muted. Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Yeah. So like, as I was saying, like, you remember, like, when it first came out, there was like 2 trades a week, if that.
Yeah, definitely.
so I have to find ways. So what I would do, let me jump in to, if I leave this screen, I would go to the, sorry, I'm also driving it. I got to pull over real quick somewhere. Jesus Christ. So I'd go to the support resistance. Where is it? Definitely gonna crash my car, boys.
Yeah, you should just pull over first and then hop on.
Yeah, I'm on the highway. I'm looking for just a quick spot just so I can get the correct information. Okay, here we go. Bitcoin 4-hour. If you go to the support resistant bot and go to Bitcoin, it actually has all the lines there for you. You can use those lines on your chart, and they always hold up pretty good, and there's always some type of reaction. You could use those to, go from there to figure out if you want to set stops or whatever. But the cool thing that I like about it, I would go there, get those lines, then I'd see what was oversold, overbought on the 4-hour, then 30-minute, 15-minute, then I look for the divs. And that's just like the easiest way I developed a system just from the bots to make money. I don't know if anyone's ever tried that before.
Yeah, 100%. And like when you have, like, say you have it coming into a Bitcoin daily resistance or whatever, like super simply just looking for the altcoins that exactly are overbought on, 3 or 4 different time frames with the div, like it honestly doesn't get easier than that, right? It just cuts out you having to go through 150 charts, right? You simply know that, okay, we're coming into a big resistance, what's overbought, and do a basic TA and set your stops somewhere with a good invalidation, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and if anybody really knows me in the group, I'm a huge bear. So I'm always looking for shorts. For some reason, I just think they hold up better for me. I have a pretty decent eye when it comes to when things are going to start to go down. Still trying to get off a highway somewhere so I could do this a little bit better. But yeah, does everybody in this chat have the Ultimate Bot access to that yet, or no?
No, a vast majority of people right now are in the gold chat right now with V1, V2.
Okay,
Quite
so they have access. They have access to other tools.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what you got to do. I would definitely get familiar with the Bitcoin support resistance and look at those lines, and then you have your bias off everything else just by that. What else? Besides that, I'm trying to read the chats as well too. Any questions on the way I trade? If anyone's seen me trade or why I take certain trades the way I do, with like outside the bot.
Are you able to share your screen when you stop over, or are you just like on phone right now?
I'm on my phone right now. Because I use the bot, the Ultimate Bot, mainly for direction. Like if I'm seeing like the wall of green, it's like, all right, maybe, because I have trouble. Like we've talked about, the one time I mess up is when the trend changes.
Yeah.
When I see like the wall of green, it's like, all right, we're going back up. I got to start looking for longs. And when it's like the wall of red, so it gives me good direction on what to start to look for. Then I find those levels. I pre-mark out, like I do a macro once a week on Bitcoin, and I place my lines. And I kind of go off of that. You guys don't need to, because you have the support resistance lines already set there for you. All right, I just found an exit to pull over. Hold on.
Beauty.
My bad again, boys. I had a meeting. I thought I'd be able to get home on time, but I couldn't.
No worries, man. Appreciate you hopping on, even though you're driving and whatnot.
Let me try.
For those of you two that don't know, when he says like wall of green, so we have the AI ultimate bot, which gives limit orders. You'll see that all over our Twitter and everything. That's like the step above the platinum access after gold. Again, I keep saying that's what you guys should be striving for. That's why I try and teach you how to trade with these gold tools that we have. But the wall of green basically just means when the bot is spitting out only longs as opposed to shorts. It typically means that either the trend is shifting or we're in a full-blown, uptrend. So the AI limit bot's only giving longs. And then as, we'll get to a top or whatever will happen, it'll start to only give shorts, and those longs limits will turn into shorts. It'll be like the wall of red. And that's just kind of what he means when he says wall of green, wall of red. It's a good way to be able to gauge the actual reversal trend coming up, potential reversal of trend, as well as, if we are in a trend. So if you're seeing a wall of green, the AI bot, which has a very high hit rate, is only giving longs, right? Like, we are most likely in an uptrend or reversing trend, and it makes a little bit more sense to, look for longs as opposed to shorting every pop, because now we're trending up and vice versa.
Yeah, and I used to always love to do the whole long to short to long to short to long to short. That's just so friggin' time consuming. And the reason why, when you get to the ultimate bot, it has its limits where it has. And they're usually pretty low if it's for a long. You don't think they're going to hit. When they do, I've seen these things go for like 20, 30%. It's absolutely insane. And I like things based off of stats, and just off the stats alone. Native has had an account. I don't know if I could share this information, but he did it in a way to where he has by far outperformed everything I've done with way less work than everything that I put into. And I consider myself a decent trader. And he's just been following the bot, and that's it. I'm gonna pull into this fucking thing right here.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that like impresses me the most about Groot is his ability to short first and foremost, like you're saying, he's a bear. But like when we are in a heavy downtrend, like I have yet to see someone outperform this dude. It's absolutely insane. He just has a tack for like absolutely slam shorting 10 coins at the same time over and over and over throughout the entire downtrend. Like, it's if you're in platinum chat, you know exactly what I mean. Like I've never seen someone throw up so many P&Ls and charts and just like go, just like catching all these shorts. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, so I just shorted Fartcoin as we were in chat talking, and I put my stop loss right above the wick directly to the left of it. So how do I this screenshot? So as I seen it go up close to this area, I put my stop right where I put that line, and Fartcoin was going up a little bit close to that. It was nice and fat, so I shorted it because I didn't think it was going to get past that. If it does, it's invalid. Then I'm going to go up to that 38 mark for my next short when I do that. The way I trade, it's usually pretty tight invalidations. I try to get Pico on everything, and if it does break, I either break even or I lose a very minimal amount. And that's me just trading on my own. Bringing it back to the bots, you don't really have to worry about that because you should be only doing not risking more than 3% per trade because the stop loss is wider on the ultimate bot. But the stats show you're going to get at least a 90% hit at 1%. And a lot of times people get mad because their trades go south And then I review the trades. I'm like, the trade went up 3-4%, and now it's down, and you got stopped. Why didn't you pull profits or set stops? Like, it's not a miracle thing to where it's going to do everything for you. You're going to have to do some of the work yourself. That's a big reason why I don't like leaving limits open overnight. And if I do, I make sure I set my TP as well.
Yeah, smart. Especially in a market like this. Like, there was a time when I remembered I'd have limits overnight all the time and stuff, but in a market like we're in now, like, I mean, especially with all the shit going on with tariffs and Trump and yada yada, news this, news that, like, if you're leaving too many limits open overnight and you also don't have stops on those, like, you're asking to just get destroyed for sure.
So currently right now I'm short Bitcoin. I'm shorting it to my long area. I posted a long earlier this morning. Let me see. I can't disclose that information. When it comes to if the bot has a short or a long on Bitcoin. Yeah, but now that I'm actually parked, let me go back. Let me go back into the things you could do with these tools. So yeah, all right. Let's see.
Got some questions there too. So Kaladin says, what percentage of platinum trades do you take? And then Taco says, do you take majority or just the yellow star ones?
Bot trades. Let me see. All right. So when it comes to taking the trades, I don't care about the like if it's like a gold star or whatever. What I do is I'll look at all the trades. I have a specific amount of coins that I like to trade. Everybody's different because I know the way certain coins move, right? So before I take any trade from the Ultimate Bot, I'll take it and I'll try to understand why. Why is the trade there? Why does the bot want to trade there? I'll see if it makes sense, and if I like it, I'll toss it in. If I don't like it, I won't toss it in, right? If a trade doesn't work out, I also want to know why. So I do a lot of studying, pretty much on every single trade that I do with the bot. I spent this whole year trying to figure out how the bot works, and I think I friggin' figured it out. And there's been a lot of times I thought that I figured it out where I realized, shit, I didn't. But I think I'm onto it now. What data do you use to decide whether to TP most at 1%, 2%, or 3% ETC? I do it based off of the levels, man. Like, I also have a POC system, and I use the PvP. The PvP I use on 4-hour, and usually that gives me some good indications on when to take some TPs. Also, if you use the fibs, you can use fibs for TP locations as well. What percentage of Yeah, I don't put in like for the ultimate trades now that we're blessed and there's like a million posted. I would never put them all in at once. I like to strictly not do more than 3 or 4 at a time. Only because shit happens. The bot can do a lot of amazing things, but if Trump says, "Hey, we're going to war tomorrow," the bot is not going to be able to account for that right away. And if shit goes south, it's not the bot's fault. The bot goes by logic, right? It's not going to go by the world news that just happens right this second. So you never want to overexpose and over risk. And I think the biggest thing that Dal taught me was the importance of risk management, which I feel nobody actually likes to listen to. But compounded gains over time actually means something.
Yeah, and if you're using the bot, like if you're understanding that, on average, say there's like 80 to 85% of trades that are filled go at least 2%. Like, that is a hard statistic that you can use in your strategy, right? If you're taking the bot trades every single time, a coin goes 2% and you take profits and move your stops, you have an 85% win rate. Your account is going to grow over time with these small compounded gains. There's also, because we offer all of these statistics to you guys with the AI bot every single month, good or bad, doesn't matter what these statistics are, and they're phenomenal even in the down months, right? Like you're getting at least on average like 75 to even 85% of all trades going at least 2%. And so like even if you were to just take full profits at 2%, you're catching, the ultimate bot gives like quite a few trades. You're catching a shit ton of trades and TPing full at 2%. Your account is going to grow exponentially from those compounded gains. But we offer you guys these statistics along with the bot to like understand how you can strategize and take your profits and move your stops and things like that.
So earlier I heard Dill talking about, when you're having a bad day, you do bad on a couple trades. So you try to, make up for it by upsizing on other trades, and then you lose those trades, and then you just keep going. That's revenge trading, and we all have fallen victim to that. My best advice when it comes to that, and it's taken me I've been doing this since 2018. It's taken me until, I would say, this year to realize, like, if I have one or two things that don't go my way, I am shutting my damn computer off and I'm touching grass. Because nothing good will come out of it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing for most people, man. Myself included, like even now it's still like it takes so much discipline to be able to pull yourself off the screen and say, "All right, like you are down this amount of money, you took these losses. Like take it on the chin and do not chase this shit and make more mistakes and size up and revenge trade and stuff because it literally never ends well." And the thing is too is even if it does end well because you get lucky on a trade, that's like such a negative feedback loop because then you want to do that again next time. Like there's no positives that come out of revenge trading and sizing up to make back your losses and acting in the market when you don't have an edge in the markets, making that clear to you because you've taken 2-3 losses. Like, so exactly what you're saying is like one of the most important things to learn in this game, and it's something that comes down to being like psychologically understanding yourself and having the discipline to like pull yourself off the screen, shut your shit down and walk away. And it's hard.
So myself, I'm like, I call myself an active trader. I do a lot of market entries, which I know isn't good, but I spend hours, and I mean hours and hours and hours charting. Every friggin' morning. Especially on Bitcoin, I have my strongest areas to where I have like a color system, right? If I see it approaching that area and it's going to hit one of those lines, I'm going to hit that trade. I'm just going to do it. That's why you'll see me do trades and I'll have such tight invalidations because I know if it breaks that, it's going to go to the next line. Farcoin I just hit, up in profit. I had to stop right above the wick to the left of it. As of right now, I'm short on Bitcoin, shorting it to my long, which I earlier said didn't want to get into too much, but get a little bored today. But I do have limits on Bitcoin myself. I posted earlier in chat that I think are going to be really good. Let me see my screen. Let me go to Bitcoin. I really like the 81,905 area on Bitcoin. It just barely touched that POC. It's where I'm short at. Right now, yeah, I think if Bitcoin does drop down to that area, that 81.9 area, all coins are just gonna friggin' dump, man. So be careful on longs right now.
Yeah, it's important to reclaim that level that I showed earlier. Otherwise, we're accepting underneath it for the time being. So that level being about, 84 to 80.
84 to 80. What level did you have on Bitcoin, Dill?
The 84,280. I'll send the chart in there. The chat.
84,280, and that's too short, or
No, this is just the level that like we're gonna want to see acceptance back above. With the Woodsbot levels here, you can see how many times we rejected it and then we did flip it, but now we're accepting back underneath it. So like if you are wanting longs, either wait for that reclaim, or if you're in longs, you know, you're going to want to see that level reclaimed. Otherwise, you know, we're probably rotating down towards 82K if we continue to reject here.
I think you're gonna laugh. I'm a sense. So I'm already short Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
And look at the other two shorts that I already had set up.
84, 275, 84, 173. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the exact level.
And then you and me weren't even talking. I was literally at a meeting. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
And me and Dylan usually always on this. We're always on the same page. It's funny. Let me see what else. And then I got this is what I got going on for my Bitcoin longs. Let me see. Then I got these right now that I had preset for my Bitcoin longs. What? Why the hell did I have 82,915? Well, I think I might have fucked up. That's good that I seen that. 82,915. Where's the chart? That should be 81. That should be 81.9. 81.9. 920. I'm gonna switch that up right now. 82.
So maybe you can go into too how you look to gauge trend yourself, because you're one of the best that I've seen it. Like especially when we break to the downside. But like, what do you use in order to like confirm that we are trending in either direction or that we're like changing trends?
Sorry, I just changed a couple things on this. I'm gonna delete this real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
When it comes to trend, okay. How do I get back into this chat? So me personally, I hate phone trading. I always talk about how I hate doing it. I am now trying to get back to the group chat thing here. Click that. And how do I rejoin stage? There we go. How do we get back to where it's showing me you guys and not
Like the chat?
Yeah.
Uh,
Damn, I hate being old.
I think when you click onto the like stream thing there'll be something in like the top right, like a chat bubble, or on the bottom there'll be like the little like circle chat bubble thing. If you click that, you can go into the chat.
Go to channel. It's just bringing me to people's names. Oh, hey, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm actually going to delete this on Bitcoin because that shouldn't have been 82. That should have been 81. 81. 924. My phone is bugging out. When it comes to trend, market structure. I'm big on market structure, so I look at everything high time frame. And I know certain structures. And people make fun of people who trade-off market structure, but it actually is a real thing. I could see the formations when I see things start to form high time frame. I know which direction it's going to go. When it comes to trading on the low time frame, that's when I kind of reach out to King David or Dill or one of the other guys that are better than me at low time frame to find entry. Like on H bar, I knew H bar was going to completely dump. It was making the exact bearish formation that I could just see. And as corny as it sounds, the head and shoulders shit, it's real. M's are real. W's are real. You just got to get your triggers and confirmations.
Yeah, you trade
Does
the
that
M
make any sense?
structures. Yeah. I guess M structure is kind of similar to just like head and shoulders anyways too in a way, but like you trade those really well. Like I remember the last recent downtrend that we had, you pointed out like the M structures across like Bitcoin and all of these other coins, and you know they ended up playing out perfectly, and you like shorted those the whole way down.
Oh
And
yeah,
and you use 4 hour mainly, right? Like that's like your main high time frame viewpoint. I always see you on 4 hour with 4 hour wicks and like probably 4 hour structure.
I only trade 4 hour, and what I do is I like to find based off of structure, right? I kind of have an idea of how the candles are set. So I like to find, I go back, right? Go back in time, and I find as many connecting line wicks as possible. I'll place a line. I'll test it out, see how strong it is. And mainly for me, I'm a big wick guy. If there's an area with like 3 or 4 wicks going down, touching with three or 4 wicks going up that are touching, I'll put a line there. That's going to be a strong area. It might not hold like crazy, but you're going to get a reaction. And from that reaction, you could set stops to break even, or you could read the divs.
Yeah.
But if you just take the time and the first thing in the morning, instead of just waking up, going to your computer and setting trades, don't do that. Give yourself 30 minutes minimum before you even place your first trade. Sit down, look at Bitcoin. Always have Bitcoin up on one screen. Have your other shit on other screens, and then just see how things are moving. I get a good idea of how Bitcoin will move based off of the rest of the market, right? That might not make sense, but if all the coins are shooting down like crazy, but Bitcoin's kind of chopping up and down a little bit, Bitcoin's probably going to start to go down because the market knows before we know what's going to happen. That probably sounds insane to everybody.
Yeah, it makes a bit of sense for sure. Like, do you ever look at like Bitcoin dominance and things like that too? Like to factor in like, you know, no? Do you
I
use any
don't.
indexes or just straight Bitcoin?
My main like I don't. You usually update us on Total 2 and BTCD stuff like that. I just go off of Wix and the PvP and then structure.
Yeah.
I do like the POCs as well. I've learned that the monthly tapped are my favorite POCs to play, and then my second are the dailies.
Yeah.
I don't really do fibs. They do work though. But what I look for with the PvP on 4 hour is I look for tap POC levels on 4 hour.
Right. And I guess like how long do you think it took you to actually develop a profitable strategy that you can like follow consistently? Because you've been trading since I think you said 2018 or something like that.
I
But
had
like
my first real loss that I've taken, like real loss, was last March. And since then I've been all fucked up. to be honest. I just got my groove back after talking to Dal maybe about 2 months ago, and he helped get me back on track.
Yeah.
But to even get to break even, it takes a while, man. It took me a while to even get back to break even. And then once you get to break even, you start progressing and you find a style that works for you. My issue was I was learning way too many different styles and just trying so many different styles, and it doesn't work that way. Stick to one style, one system, and I guarantee you'll do the best doing it that way. So if you learn a style and a system based off the tools the bot is giving you, stick to that and that only.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. It's important to understand that too, because even in here, with me bringing up so many different traders, with me showing how I trade and stuff too, like members are getting a lot of different information, which is great because you do want different perspectives on how people view the bots, how they use the tools and stuff. But I think it's important to understand what you're saying in that you really, well, every good trader really just has their style that they follow. And like the way that you actually develop that is by day in and day out doing the same style, the same triggers over and over and over, so that, you know, out of 100 trades, say you win 65, you understand you have like a 65% win rate with those exact triggers. It's like you need the data to understand if your actual system is working or not. And every time you introduce one other variable into that, it resets everything. And then you have to like calibrate everything once again. So like I teach so many different strategies to you guys, but all you need is one strategy that you can just latch onto and just continue to rotate over and over and over and over and over every single day with the same triggers that the bots give you, and you can be profitable and you can be like super successful. But it's important to understand that every single great trader has their strategy that they just stick to and they just do the same thing every single day.
I also play a lot of flips, and I play a lot of hedges. And with my style in particular, if you don't know how to play the flips, if you don't know how to set the TPs exactly, the stop loss exactly when they need to be set, you could get decimated real quick. So, good thing about the bot, it's kind of brainless. The ultimate bot, I mean, you just throw it in there. Shit, even put in a 2% TP, and even if you get that 2%, that's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Any questions about my trading style at all? And I apologize, I'm not at my desk because I'm on the side of the road in a different state on my phone trying to micromanage my trades. How many trades do you fire off in a day then? I can show you a day that I've only shared with a couple of people in here to where I did Dill, how many trades was it? Like
Dude,
50, 60?
I didn't even count them all, but like, yeah, literally. Like that he trades in such an insane way. Like yeah, like on days where he's firing and we're super in a downtrend, he'll literally fire off inside of the platinum chat as he's taking them to. Like he just does it all live, like 20, 30, 40 trades. Like I've never seen someone trade like that before.
And my biggest thing is I tell the truth, man. Like I fail live. I do well live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think one day I just wanted to see how hard I could scalp. I think I did like 40 trades and I lost one of them, but every single one, they were all like plus 2%. And I just open, close, open, close, open, close. The problem is the fees. I sent over all that info to King David. He's like, dude, you paid like half the money you made in fees.
Yeah, literally.
So it is better to find, the plays like the Ultimate Ball gives you, to where you may gotta be patient, but when they hit, they fucking fire off. And we're gonna trend back up soon. And when we do, don't be so quick to close out those bot trades, because if you're a little bit newer to the group, you might not remember like when the bot started really sending out trades, all those trades were like 20, 30 percenters. And guys like me and Dill, we'd all close it out after like 4 or 5% and then kick ourselves in the head because like we just missed out.
Yeah, when we start trending and the bot starts firing, it's crazy. Like majority of the trades will end up going 10, well, it's not majority, but like a big part of the trades will end up going 10, 20%. And then the more we trend, the bot's getting you entries on basically every one of those like retests back down. And you're just riding these for, an extended period of time. The last time we actually were trending on the bot, I remember it was just insane to see the statistics on those. And you're absolutely right, because you get into the mindset, even trading your own strategy and your own style of like, you really need to differentiate two strategies and styles of trading. One is like ranging and one is trending. When we're in these choppy conditions, even the bot has its, different ways of taking the trades and stuff. But like, you need to understand that like you need to take profits quicker. You need to move your stops quicker. You need to be a little more calculated in your entries. Look for sweeps, look for the range tests and things like that. And then, when we're trending, you want to be able to like switch that dial to like trending mode where like, you're taking TP1 at like 5 to 10% and TP2 at like 10 to 20%. You're taking, less off than you are like maybe in ranging, you're taking 50% off at TP1. Well, in trending, maybe you're taking like 35% off at TP1, 25%, things like that. Because like you want to capitalize on like quick compounded gains in choppy conditions with moving stops and being like proactive in your risk management. But in trending, you really want to like let those cook and like get those bigger P&Ls, those bigger moves and those bigger profits. And like you're going to make your lion's share of profits in trending. That's just the way that this market works. But then you don't want to give it back in choppy when we go back to that. That's why you switch your strategy to be more like defensive, quick to protect your capital, quick to capture any profits you have and things like that.
So yeah, in Platinum Chat, we let each other know when it comes to the conditions. Like, is this a place we got to be aggressive? A place we can kind of let things ride, whatever. And we're really good at communicating there. But never feel bad about putting your stop loss at break even and breaking even. Is better than, coin going down to shit, then you're losing 5-6%. You know what I mean? That's happened too many times to me in the past, and what it does is it forces revenge trading, and when you revenge trade, obviously that's never good either.
Yeah, 100%. And to his point of saying that like in the Platinum Chat we let each other know, it's like I just want to speak on like the Gold Chat as well that we've had lately. Like I see you guys proactively working with each other, and this is exactly what I wanted to create at the start of the year. I wanted things to pop off in there in the way that like everyone is watching the signals, everyone is sharing what they're seeing, people who don't know are learning, and people are collabing on trades, working together to add new confluences in and the different ways of trading and stuff like that. Like the collab yesterday with Taco and I think Bets, they called out a zero bro trade. They collectively looked at the different triggers that were popping off on that, and they both ended up taking the trade. The thing went like 25-30%. And anyone else who's in the chat has the ability to like chime in, to look at that, to learn, to take the trade, even small size if you want to practice or whatever, right? And that's like, I want this community, like those funding rate, volume, and top gainer coins that go like 50 to 100%. Like I created that strategy and I harp sharing that so much because it's like when there's coins that go 100%, I want this Discord to be like collabing and riding those fucking things to the moon. Like I want us to be able to like continuously learn together inside of that Gold Chat, and like the community we have inside of there is phenomenal. Like you guys are absolutely killing it. Even Cheddar's stream last week, I have seen, honest to God, like 10 people put her exact strategy into use and are making money with it. Like it's insane to see. So keep doing what you guys are doing in that Gold Chat, and like that's the beauty of a community. If we're trending, you're gonna know. If you make losses, you can learn from them in the community. If there's wins in the community, you can take part in those wins, right? It's like definitely take advantage of what you have inside of the community here, because it's golden.
Are you guys looking at the trades that you take stops on, that you do on your own, and actually trying to understand what went wrong, why it went wrong, stuff like that? And like, is there a reason that you're taking a trade? Do you take a trade just to take the trade, or is there an actual reason that you take that trade? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the easiest way that I've found is just literally create your own Discord server, um, and you just create like whatever 2-3 channels, wins, losses, and just like general market thoughts. If you want, you can go more in depth as you go, but the ability to copy and paste even the bot signals from Woodsbot and just throw them into your own Discord channel, like you can easily keep all of the data right there, and then it makes it very easy. Just make a template for yourself, right? That says like triggers, like your analysis, what went right, what went wrong, and just copy paste that for every trade you take and answer those questions for yourself. And at the end of every week, go back and not only look at the wins, like, yeah, that's, I'd say that's like 25% important compared to looking at the losses, right? Look at like 75% is you're going to learn from the losses. What went wrong with your strategy? What can you tweak? Was it the market? Was it a news thing that came out that is completely out of your control? Things like that. So like definitely you can just create your own Discord server completely free, throw 3 chats in there, winning trades, losing trades, and just general journal market thoughts or whatever, however you want to structure it. It'll make a world of difference for you because the best traders, they understand what went wrong. Like Groot studies relentlessly, consistently, always. It doesn't matter what level of success either. It's just always rigorously studying not only what went right, but especially what went wrong. Like,
I think one of the biggest things is, Dal telling me, he's like, yo, take down your port, make it super small, and then just deal with that for a long time. Get your shit down, get your shit back, because you're off right. If you're a little bit newer, or even, I don't know, if you're a year in even or under, don't use crazy size because, I mean, you're not going to miss out on anything. This is 24/7, 365. Doesn't matter, bear or bull market. You can trade whenever the fuck you want. You're not missing nothing. Get your strategy down. Get good. Understand the rhyme and reason for everything that you do. A big issue. I came in with way too much money when I started getting into leverage. And if I knew now what I knew then, I'd kill it.
I feel that.
I made the I turned from 2019 to 2022, I turned 50K into $1 million. Then I watched it dwindle down to about 250K because I didn't TP. TPing is just so fucking important. We're taught how to buy, but no one's ever teaching us how to sell, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So definitely take your profits and definitely set your stops, because even little wins are better than losses.
Yeah, you always got to take some profits. Always, always. That's the whole point of why we're in this game, right? Like Native has a thing where he runs, it's like, I think it's like, what is it, like 1,000 trades at 1% or something like that. And like literally just he always says that, 1% are everywhere. And it's true. Like it's true. If you know how to capture 1% here, 1% there, even like I was saying with the AI bot that we offer, how it gives, you know, vast majority being like 80 to 85%, go at least 1 or 2%. That's all you need. It seems so counterintuitive because even if you see a trade go 5%, whatever, but if you understand, and this is where like statistics and data come in, is like with the AI bot, it's like, you get 150 trades over the month, which equals out to be like average, like 3 trades a day. And then they go on average 80 to 85%, at least 1 or 2%. So like, you have hard statistics there that that if you just stay consistent, you have the discipline to just fully TP at 1 or 2%, whatever you want to do, or at least take profits off move stops, then that system will just run and repeat over and over and over, and conditions will change, and anomalies will happen with news and blah blah blah, but like over the long run the consistency of that will remain the same. Yeah, that's his thing there. 1.1 trade, 690. So the number of times you need to take 1% profits and compound starting at $1,000. So you have $1,000, the trade goes 1%, you take your profits. That compounds every single time, and you just take your full profits at 1%. 690 trades to get to $1 million from 1,000. The power of compounding is insanely powerful, and not many people lean into it. But when you see it in action and you see it live, like, it changes your life for sure.
Another thing too that I look for in my game, as I'm mainly, it's people think it's odd. I could trade and get Pico low time frame by using 4-hour charts. Things get nutty always within the last hour of every 4-hour, and the first like 30 minutes of every 4-hour, and also try not to trade around New York Open, and if you do, set your limits super friggin' deep, because they'll probably hit, and you can probably get some good gains if you do want to trade around New York Open. I think yesterday, were you in chat, Bill, yesterday when I was trading in the morning?
I don't think so. I might have missed it.
Dude, with how crazy it was at New York Open, it just, I looked at it and I'm just like, I'm good. I'm done. I left for the whole day. Didn't trade. I'm like, not dealing with this. Not dealing with it at all. It's just too nutty. I like Asian. I changed my for a long time where I did the best. I changed my sleeping hours to where I'd wake up at 3 a.m. so I could hit Asia market, and I'd trade from 3 a.m. till about 8 a.m. Then I'd go train during the day because I train martial arts, and then I'd come home, chart for the next few hours, get some rest, and then start all over again. That was my
that's
day.
another thing that takes some discipline, is being able to like have a daily goal and step away when you make it, because too many times traders will end up making that daily goal and then continue to push on, and then they'll end up losing that, going back to zero, and then pushing further because like, oh well, fuck, I had the daily goal, like why didn't I stop, and then end up going into like a loss, and like doing what you did where it's like, okay, like, you're happy with the profits you made, like great day, smashed it, whether it's an hour, 30 minutes in, and being able to like have the discipline to at least even just, do what you're saying, go to the gym, take some time off, reset your mind. Don't let, the euphoric feeling of like, okay, let's keep going, take over and end up making mistakes, and just come back later with a fresh plan. Like, that's also a very important thing too, because too many times the conditions will be so good at opening or whatever where you make a ton of money, and then it's like they're not going to continue for the rest of the day. There's a period of time and you've capitalized on that, but then you try to push as if it's the same period of time and end up like giving it back, and that's a mistake that people make all too often.
And you're going to get the days to where you wake up, view the market, you chart everything, you trade, and then everything goes ballistic, and you see a number you like that you want to take, but you don't take it, and then it never gets back to that number, and you end up either breaking even or taking half. You see a number up there that you like, I don't give a shit about levels. I don't give a shit about nothing. If you see a number on that board with a green P&L, take that and log off for the day. Call that your day.
Yeah.
Because making money in this game is not friggin' easy, man. I'm telling you that. I've been fighting professionally for about 20 years. Learning this game is the only thing in my whole life that's actually broke me mentally. It's fucking hard.
Yeah. I can attest to that too, for sure, man. And I think that's also why having a community is so important, because, like, these are things that, like, if you're just dealing with yourself, like, fuck, dude, if I was dealing with like all of the shit I've been through with trading just by myself, like, I can't even imagine how difficult it would be. But like having a community that can like just openly say that, like, you know, I've been fucking beyond depressed. I've been down in the gutter. I've been to zero. I've fucking gone through every emotion you can in this shit. And like everyone else has too. And like being able to just openly talk about that is like so important because like it's part of the journey. That's part of what you sign up for, especially if you're going to be a trader in crypto, let alone, you know, equities and things like that. Like crypto itself is a fucking savage game, but it's also the most rewarding game in the world. And all of this emotions and ups and downs are what come with it. And like it's important to be able to talk about those aspects because if you can't and that's just all in your head, like you go to a bad place for sure.
So, Axe, are you in here still? Axe
No.
actually said, all right, well, uh, I have a pretty personal relationship with a lot of people in the group. I talk to on the side. Axe is one of them. And, you know, we all have had that day that really just ruined us. And, you know, people don't talk about it. But he said something to me. And he's like, you know, no one ever told me how lonely this journey would be. And that really stuck out to me because I'm like, you are 100%, man. It is a very fucking lonely journey. Nobody in the real world is gonna understand you or understand what the fuck you're talking about, dude. It's my wife, been with her 8 years, has no idea what I'm talking about ever. People in the real world, I'll be like, oh, I just got X amount of gain on this. They're like, that's cool, man. They just don't get it, right? Or if I got like Pico on it, it's a very, very lonely journey. And all we really have is each other. And we got guys in here like Mello and Dill, Hertz, like all my boys. We've won together, lost together, we've bled together. But we're always uplifting each other when times are bad, and always pumping each other up when times are good. That's why the community here, I think, is the best community on Discord.
Yeah, facts. I don't know, it's special, this community. There's nothing negative at all about this community. Like, you know, there's not a single person in any of the chats ever that is just like negative. Like it's insane. It is just a very uplifting, very safe, very positive, very like everyone can win, not just me, like teamwork type of environment. And like I'm proud of what we've created. And I know that everyone else can see it too, right? Like whether you're new or experienced, like there's no stupid questions. The thing I love too is that like I'm a mod, I'm always on, I'm always answering people's questions and stuff. But if I'm doing something or like the last few days I've been sick, I've been less active, it's like if someone asks a question, there's like 5 people from the community who just jump and will answer it. And they're just like, it's just so like teamwork inside of here. Like it's amazing.
And, you know, I joke around a lot in chat, and you know, but when shit gets real, I'm not Groot anymore. I'm actually me, and I get real, and I have my talks with people because I've been through it all in this game. I've been through all the emotions, and if you're ever at a time to where you know like things get bad, please don't suppress it. Jump in chat. We will have your back because it's happened to all of us. And another thing too, going on with the community, the guys behind the scenes, man, like Native, that motherfucker is putting in so much work. Talesman puts in so much fucking work. Like, I just want to do a big thank you to those guys too. And they're also there to help out if you need someone to talk to if you're feeling down.
Yeah, absolutely. There's one thing about this Discord too that like I mean especially native like never stop working, right? Like the markets have been down, but like we've created a new education system. We're running these streams every single week. Native's pumping out new bots and working on new bots that, you know, it's working on new bots that get launched from now to the year out. Like it's just always working. Like this Discord will never be what you see it is now. Next month it'll be different than this month, and 1 year from now it'll be completely different than it is from here, and that will continue on forever and ever because like this is what we do. We literally will never stop grinding for your guys' win. Like I always say that on the Twitter, and like I mean it. It's like it's such a reciprocal thing because we give everything we have to this Discord to build this up for the community, and they give back in the ways of the positivity and building us up and supporting us, and it just goes on, right? And it's not a let's extract from our community type of thing. It's like we can all win together. This market has infinite opportunities and massive amounts of money to be captured that like we can all take part in it. And so like that's just the mentality for sure.
I will say one thing, and until convinced otherwise, I think Native is a bot. I don't think he's human.
Yeah,
He's
I
definitely
feel
not
that.
human. The guy is grinding his ass off 24/7, and he's always awake. I'm sorry, when he sleeps, he's plugged in, recharging. That's what I tell that to people because he's not a human.
Yeah, I agree. I've yet to see the actual real native docs, so until I see that, I believe you.
I'm starting to think Mello's also a robot because the dude lives probably an hour and 10 minutes away from me, and I've never met him.
He's good with AI photos too, so like all those pics of him could just literally be him generating those pics.
He might see. I actually sent pictures of myself. Another dude in here that I love. My favorite person to go toe to toe with. Unfortunately, he's sick right now. I was talking to him a couple days ago. King David. He's like one of the backbones. Like everybody loves him. He holds everything down. He sends out great trades. Always want to give him a big appreciation.
Yeah, absolutely. Big King's been with us since day one.
Yeah, that guy's awesome. Who am I missing? It's
Oh yeah,
just
we got Cypress on every single recording, every single video you guys see, the entire YouTube. Like every piece of content, video wise, comes from him, and then every piece of content, like photos, of all the trades and everything, those come from Tibetan. And then all the AI art that you see also comes from Mellow. Like we got a lot of people contributing to like growing this thing for sure. Everyone grinding.
one thing I will say about Cypress. I actually had just messaged him, I think 2 or 3 days ago. I just thanked him. I'm like, dude, you've been real from day one. You're the realest motherfucker. Cypress is a great dude. And yeah, he records everything. There's a lot of work. The whole team, just all rock stars, to be honest. And everybody wants everybody to win.
Yeah, I love it, man.
What else? But I do miss the days of the me versus King David, bear versus bull.
Yeah, always. Even
Never battle me when I'm in full bear mode.
yeah, literally just fucking copy trade at that point.
Groot, Cheddar, and Cypress definitely bots. Mellow, bro, I just sent you a picture in the platinum chat of myself. What do you mean?
There's no face. No face, can't confirm.
Ask me anything, definitely a bot. Sir, yeah, Native keeps saying he's human, dude. That's exactly what a bot would say.
Yeah, it's a little sus for sure. I don't know about all that.
Honestly, I thought Dill was Chat GPT for a while, to be honest.
Why'd you think that?
Dude, you're just like always nice. Just always, and you always just agree with me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, we flipped this, we're gonna send. You're like, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm like, this motherfucker.
I mean, if I see otherwise, I'll definitely say it.
Oh, Groot, you doofus. I'm calling Cypress and Cheddar. Yeah, Cheddar, she could be a bot. I'm not sure. Not too sure.
Sounds like we're all bots, to be honest.
Do I sound like a bot?
No, you got that thick accent. I love it.
See, I've toned it down since I moved out of Boston. I've toned it down pretty heavy. Like if I get mad though, I'm like, you motherfuckers, like it gets bad.
Yeah, you sound like it's from a straight up movie or something.
In the professional world, I'm not like, yeah, I parked my car near the harbor. Like I don't talk like that.
Yeah, like when you got on and you were saying pull over, I was laughing, man.
Pull over. I gotta pull over. Yeah, I pulled over for like a second because I was micromanaging some trades, but I'm seeing them in profit right now, so I'm like, I was in that meeting. I didn't pull profits earlier on something. Oh shit! I'm actually fucking sending on one. Okay, that's cool. Dude, I hate phone trade. Like, do you guys all phone trade? Is that like the normal thing people do?
No, I hate phone trading, man.
I can't do it.
Yeah, it's the worst. Sounds like someone needs to make like a phone trading app. God damn, none of us can handle it.
So I usually I have a ton of screens. You don't need to have a ton of screens, but I do believe if like myself, I'm an active trader. I like to trade while I'm awake, and I don't like limits when I'm sleeping. I always like to have Bitcoin up and Sol. Those two I always love to have up at all times. What else? What coins are you guys all trading right now? Like, what's on your list? Is there anything in particular that brings you the most profit? Whatever.
For me, it's always been Bitcoin and ETH. Just the respecting of the levels and, you know, the ability to have like a 1.5% stop. Definitely you can like, you could honestly just trade Bitcoin and ETH only and just be absolutely filthy rich in this game for sure.
So Bitcoin, if I traded Bitcoin and solely Bitcoin, I would be in a amazing spot. I know how to nail Bitcoin. POC or not, I have my levels marked out. They're always fucking respected. I never change them. I tell everybody your first 2 years of trading, start with Bitcoin. Once you're there, I mean, if you're not using the bot, start with Bitcoin, then add in ETH, then Sol, and then from there you can get a little fancy. But definitely get good at Bitcoin first. XRP, I will say, once again, I was right, per usual, when it comes to being a bear. XRP is the death of everything else. When Melo was pumped, XRP went crazy, and I was pissed. I'm like, just watch, motherfuckers. Watch what's going to happen. Everything dumped, like absolute crazy. I think that was the day a lot of people got liquidated because they had those 30% wicks down on things like Shiba and those shit coins.
So what you're saying is like as soon as Melo gets happy, the market reverses.
I don't even know why he's so big on XRP. Like, look at you gotta. Dude, does everyone in here understand? Like, do you guys all know how market cap works? Like, Melo, do you understand? Like, how much do you think it's gonna get up to? I hear people saying XRP to $1,000. Do you agree, Dill?
For what?
I said, do you agree?
For XRP to $1,000?
Yeah.
Oh man, honestly, I don't even know. I have yet to actually even like look at what the actual fundamental use of XRP is and all of like the actual, you know, what it could be and whatnot. Like I don't even know, to be honest.
It's not physically possible for it to get there. I don't even think it's possible for it to get to like $20.
Yeah, I got no idea, man. That's one thing I've never like actually looked into. Probably because of all of just the talk on it. Like, I don't even know what the market is.
When it comes to your long-term investments, for you, being an expert, what do you hold long-term and don't touch?
Who, me?
Yep.
I'm just in some AI coins at the moment, so I don't have a whole lot. I'm more focused on like day trading currently, and then I do believe that AI will have its time. So I'm just in like some AI on-chain stuff. For me, when I first got into crypto, I bought the top of the last cycle and got absolutely fucking nuked because I got in right when everything was euphoric, and I had just sold like big parts of my business and all of this, and fucking way over invested too much money at the top. Got nukes just like everyone's entrance to crypto. And I was so focused back then on like fundamentals and everything. Didn't even know what a stop loss was, just strictly focused on all that. But since then, I've just been like full blown like trading. So I don't actually hold too much, to be honest, at this point. I'm more focused on like actually like day to day trading. And then like I do have belief in AI, and like an AI bubble eventually. And so I do hold some like long term AI coins, crypto.
So, okay, I agree with AI. My biggest for my long term, I'm big on Nair, and I could go on for a day about why, but I like Nair long term. I like Sui right now long term, even at this price. My dad called me 2 days ago. He goes, I have 15K, where do I put it? I'm like, here's what we're going to do. So you don't have to diversify into 100 different fucking things.
Yeah.
If you have conviction and reasoning for certain coins, allocate more money towards those instead of buying 1,000 coins, right? Because when I first started, I had 1,000,000 coins. Now I primarily ETH. I'm scaling back into Popcat, the Holy Trinity, Popcat with Pepe. I like WIF because it's the blue chip meme of Solana, with Popcat being the beta. I think Dogecoin's always going to be around. My mother's portfolio, who I've managed since 2018, her average price on Doge is like 1/5 of a cent.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like Near and I like Render. How do you think what is it? John's coin there. What was it? OXO.
Yeah.
How's that doing right now?
They've just like delayed, honestly, launching the mainnet for so long now. Like so many people are like tired of waiting and pissed off, and they keep saying this month, this month, this month, and it hasn't happened. But like, if they do end up building what they say they're going to build, like I do think it has a ton of application and it can be something super successful. They have the mechanics to make people actually want to hold it with, like I think any coin that's actually going to be giving back to their users, if they can actually get volume traction, has like a good flywheel for sure. And like I do believe in like the whole privacy aspect of crypto, and I can see why, the people who have giant fucking bags and the people who are making big moves, and John included, would like want to have privacy from their wallets and stuff. Like it makes sense for sure. It's just going to come down to how they actually execute it, and if they can like follow through and actually start marketing, and how the product actually works when it comes out.
Kind of like were you around for that?
You broke up there. What'd you say?
I said, do you remember Tornado Cash?
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty similar to that.
Yeah. And they actually the government actually put something out saying too that they I forget what happened, fucking pardon the case or like let it go or said it was a non-issue anymore, which was like giant for privacy crypto stuff.
And I think the biggest thing right now is everything about crypto that I got into it. It's all changing now. Everything's gonna be centralized. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like on my taxes, they're like, what wallets do you have and what do you hold in your wallets? I have 9 different laptops for a reason, and none of them have any ties to me.
Yeah.
Like, crypto is supposed to be decentralized.
9 different laptops. That's crazy.
Didn't I show you a picture once? I had 9 laptops. all have different codes, zero ties to me.
That's hilarious.
But I've been doing this for a little bit of time. And I don't touch those coins. I just leave them.
Yeah.
But yeah, my backstory started in 18, started with stocks. Then came around the Roaring Kitty, the
Yep.
GameStop situation. So he actually grew up maybe 5 minutes away from me. I didn't even know that.
Damn. 5 minutes away. That's crazy. Like
Just
basically
about,
neighbors.
yeah. He's from the city right next to mine. He once that was going down, I was only trading stocks before and during that. And then they kept halting my account on Robinhood. And every time they'd halt my account when I was day trading and doing good, halting basically they stop it so you cannot trade. And then when they release the halt, all my coins would be all my stocks would be down like crazy. So after like the third or fourth time, I'm like, fuck this. I got into crypto. And
Yeah, that's savage.
what is it?
Oh, that's just savage. Like the fact that they can just like haul your shit like that. Like, yeah, just the whole centralized aspect of things.
Have you ever experienced that?
No, but I've had experiences too. Even in like business, for instance, like sending wire transfers, um, even like 5 figures, like nothing even crazy. Even like 6 figures. So it's like, man, just the whole process of like even trying to do anything with your own money is just so ridiculous. And like you come into crypto and you see the fact that you can fucking send $1 million in Bitcoin in like half a second with like the fees of, absolutely nothing and things like that. Like it just makes so much more sense than like the traditional and like broken system of like centralized banks and everything that we have. Like,
So what I am learning, well, what I did learn about Coinbase, this is all last year when we hit a new all-time high. Things are going nuts. I went onto my Coinbase and the system was down. Possibly it's because there was too many people jumping on there, or they paused trading so their people can either get out, TP, do whatever. I didn't like that.
yeah.
So now my Coinbase balance is zero. I will not hold anything on any centralized exchanges personally. I keep all my ETH on a ledger, and I don't sell ETH. I only add to it. I think ETH will be 20, 30K in the next 10 to 20 years. Call me a boomer. I believe in it. I think Sui's going to be really big one day. I think Near will be very friggin' big.
Do you hold any Bitcoin?
Yeah, that's my biggest fuck up, man. So I had at the time about 40 ETH, and I was like, all right, Bitcoin it's 17K. I'm gonna wait a couple days. I'm gonna buy. I'll sell some of my ETH. So I then went to sell the ETH, and Bitcoin jumped up to 20, and I was like, ah, shit, I'll just wait till it gets down to 17. Then 22, 24, 36. Then it spiked up, so I actually never got into any Bitcoin, but that's like my biggest fumble right there, not doing that.
Yeah, that hurts for sure.
I believe for long-term holdings, the majority should be blue chips. Like, I do like a breakdown of like 60% blue chips, and then with like 60 blue chips, 10 of the shitters, but like the strong shitters like PopCap with stuff like that, and 30 of the mid caps.
Yeah, I think a good balance like that makes complete sense for sure.
Beer market, when do you think we're hitting that?
Sorry, just blowing my nose there. Bear market. I mean, I could see like the full blown bear market. I don't think comes till at least after like midterm elections. It's just not. It's just not going to happen with Trump. I do think that what he's doing now with all the tariffs and just everything inside of the economy to like force rate cuts and stuff, like it all makes sense. In, whatever short-term pain for, even an extended cycle and money printing down the line and stuff, it is what it is. Like, just have to survive for now. But I don't think it comes till after we print more money and things go absolutely parabolic. Like, yeah, we might have like a fear of recession type period for a few months or whatever, and summer will slow down and stuff like that. But I don't think we go full blown bear until you know I don't even know, late 2026 or something, like after we print money and things just get stupid, and then it just kind of, as always, breaks again.